Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the new and exciting STJ Wrestling Podcast.
Let's
My name
go.
is the sensational Sam Housen, and this is my lifelong best friend and fellow wrestling fan, Mr. Intimidating Tim. Tim, how are you?
Hey, dude, I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I am so excited to be podcasting with you again.
Same, likewise.
We used to do a show called Welcome to Slamtown, and we had a good time doing it. It was a fun show. Kind of petered out a little bit, and now we're back with this new adventure.
Yeah,
So we're excited. Now you might be saying to yourselves, the S is of course Samhausen, the T
of
is
course.
Tim. What's the J in STJ Wrestling Podcast? That's our good friend Josh. He is the third host of the show, but he's currently in school and he's working hard, kicking ass in all his classes. So,
Yeah, learning all
we're-
that good stuff.
hell yeah, resident young person Josh. But
Yeah, we got a good one to start with.
yeah, Wrestlemania weekend. But before we dive into that, Tim, why don't we just bring up something we did recently that was pretty fucking cool, and that
Ooh,
was we went to see New Japan Pro Wrestling here in the U.S. of A. where we live.
yes, yes. We didn't have to
Yeah.
stay up until 3 a.m. to catch a live recording of it.
Nope. I took a train from New Haven, Connecticut to Trenton, New Jersey. And then you and Josh drove in from Pennsylvania, watched the show together, and it was a lot of dang fun.
It was a blast. We were in like a local like hockey affiliate team like arena, so it was pretty like cozy, pretty. We were pretty close. I felt for like the size of the arena.
Oh, yeah. Our seats were dirt cheap,
Yeah,
and we were quote unquote nosebleeds, but there was no nosebleed to be had.
right.
So we were top row before you go into the concourse.
hmm
So you could see everything clear and beautiful. The show we went to was called The New Beginning USA, which sounds a little too close to a Turning Point event, but that's neither here nor there. It was a really good show. The main event was Yota Tsuji defending the IWGP Heavyweight title against Andrade. Yota
Yeah,
Tsuji ended up retaining at that event and then losing it shortly afterwards to Callum Newman of the United Empire, who is the youngest IWGP Heavyweight champion in history.
crazy.
And fact checkers can look at this, but I don't think he is the youngest ever IWGP champion at 23 years old. I believe that also makes him the youngest world champion of all time.
I think that's right. You were telling us that when you're sharing the news,
The
and I've
previous
I've yet to see
record
someone dispute it.
previous record was Randy Orton winning the world title at the age of 24.
Wow,
So Callum Newman broke the record. So that's pretty cool.
that's very cool. I have the card pulled up from New Beginning
Oh
on the phone
hell
here just
yeah.
to read through everything else that we saw.
Hit me with it.
So the first match was David Finlay, who defeated Fred Rosser.
Which ended up being
After,
his go home match
yeah,
because that was
um,
his final appearance in New Japan.
yeah. After that was the New Japan Strong Openweight title. The champion Tomohiro Ishii versus Oleg Boltin. And that was actually a title change, I believe.
And Oleg Bolton's professional wrestling debut in the United States.
What an honor, and we were there.
Yeah,
After that, we
that's right.
had the AEW National Championship, which Ricochet was the champion, and he defended against Taji Ishimori, and he ended up retaining. After that, it was a tag match. They had El Desperado and Kushida versus Alec Price and Jordan Oliver.
Busta
Um,
and the Brain.
yeah, it was really cool to see those two guys live.
Oh, that was
'Cause I feel
awesome.
like
That was a really good match.
I'd seen them on like some GCW stuff, I want to say.
Yep, and
I
they're
always thought they were
currently
cool.
signed to AEW as well.
That's right. Next, we had the New Japan World Television title. champion El Phantasmo was defending against Konosuke Takeshita, and he ended up winning. So there's a title change there as well.
That was also a good match. That one went to a time limit draw, if I remember, and then they
Yeah,
added
and then he called him
like
back.
3 minutes.
Yeah, that was so
And
cool.
you got pretty sick video of LP diving into the crowd
Yes, it
because
was
the
nuts.
next night, not the next night, but like shortly afterwards, it was my grandfather's birthday. He passed away a few years ago, but we get together and have dinner on his birthday. And my dad and his brother were there, and they grew up watching wrestling together. So I was showing him clips from the event, and he was like,
Yeah,
my uncle was like, "Holy shit, he's in the crowd! Is
it
that
was nuts.
allowed?" I was like, "Yeah, man."
And we had a great view of it all.
That was awesome. It was such a good
Yeah.
time.
Let's see. After that was a tag match for the IWGP World Tag Titles. The champions were Oscar and Yuto Ice, and they went up against Bishop Khan and Toa Leona, and they ended up retaining. After that
Oh,
was the. Oh yeah, what's up?
speaking of Yuta Ice, they released a foam finger on the New Japan shop for him, and it's just a big middle finger going up, and it says Yuta Ice
That's
Knockout
funny.
Brother on it.
Iconic.
I kind of want one.
Next up was the women's title, IWGP women's title. Yuri, I believe is how you pronounce her name, champion, defending against Athena, and she ended up retaining as well. It was pretty cool to see Athena live. It seemed like she was getting a lot of support from the crowd.
You know, Athena is not only the longest reigning Ring of Honor women's champion in history, she's the longest reigning Ring of Honor champion in
Yeah,
history of any
congratulations.
title.
Yeah, good for her.
That's wild.
And then main event, as you already covered, was for the global heavyweight title. But yeah, it was a blast, man, start to finish. Really,
Oh, it
really,
was so good.
yeah.
It was such a fun time. Like wrestling is cool through TV, but like live is so much better.
That's just it can't be topped.
Other exciting thing, you went to Revolution.
I
I know that
did.
was a while ago, but you did go to Revolution.
I did. It was after the New Japan show, but
Yeah.
before anything this weekend. Let me see if I can pull up the card for that because that was nuts.
I
Yeah,
bought
we were.
Revolution on pay-per-view and then I kept texting you that I could see you in the crowd. And then you were like, "There's no way." And then when they
I was
started
way up
chanting,
there.
"Holy shit," I texted. My mom texted you, and she was like, "Hey, I just heard you say 'holy shit' on the TV. I'm texting your mother." Like
No
that's such a
swearing.
good bit. That's such a good bit, Kathy. Sorry, I
Yeah,
meant mom.
we were in California, and it just so happened to line up with it being the weekend of Revolution. So I was able to get a ticket. I'm pretty sure it was cheaper than like the pay per view rate because it was like definitely it was like a legitimate nosebleed. I think it was like less than $30, which was pretty
I
sick.
paid $40 to watch it on
Yeah,
TV.
so it
Well,
was awesome.
speaking of like ticket prices, AEW's tickets are crazy. They're so cheap.
I know. And
To,
like I probably could have gotten like something on the same side as like the hard camera, like maybe like a level lower and still had it be like affordable. But I was like, you know what? I just want to get a ticket, so I'll just find whatever's cheapest. And
well,
it worked out
Kaylee and
nice.
I got tickets to Double or Nothing in May. It's in New York, and it was under $100 for two pretty decent like balcony seats.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's in a tennis stadium, so I looked up a layout online, and they're not even like terrible seats.
Yeah,
I was like, that's crazy.
that's
Did you
awesome.
see the guy in the crowd at AEW Dynasty that was like, he had a sign that was like, this front row seat was cheaper than a WrestleMania nosebleed, or like just a WWE nosebleed in general?
That's insane. It's honestly true though as well.
That's wild. But Revolution was a really good show, and I'm glad that you were there live for it, dude.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So I took the like LA public transit there. I took their train system, and there's a delay getting in. So I pulled up to the station and did a a very nice speed walk over, and I literally got to my seat as Big Boom AJ's music hit to open up like the
That's so
dark
cool.
match in the pre-show.
Dude, you got to see the Rizzler. How do you
No,
feel?
I've been enlightened ever since. I'm a new changed person.
That was when he got hit by Shane Taylor, right? That was that show?
Yeah, yeah, and then
Ju- Big Justice
Big
speared
Justice
him.
had to come spear him. Yeah,
That's
yeah, dude,
wild.
it
What
was
a
such a
sentence.
fun time. uh, yeah. So do you want to talk about Mania
The
weekend?
weekend? Yeah, let's do it. So I don't know where you started for WrestleMania week, but on a technicality, AEW Dynasty was on the Sunday before, which is the beginning of that week.
That is very true. So
So
we should cover that as well, is what I'm hearing.
Dynasty was on, I don't remember the exact date, but the Sunday prior to WrestleMania. It's
It
a great
was
show.
April 12th out of
April 12th.
Vancouver, British Columbia.
I got that one. I had a return I had to do through Amazon, so I got like a credit. And I was like, oh, I'll just use it to watch Dynasty.
There you go.
So I think after the credit came off, I paid like $5 to watch it.
Nice.
Um, honestly, and this isn't me just trying to sound like a WWE like defeatist and poo pooing everything they do. Dynasty was the best show of the major companies that week.
Hell yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I wasn't able to watch it in full. I just saw, a few clips from a few matches, but overall highlights, it seemed like the tag match between um, Okada and Takeshita taking on the Jackson duo.
The Young
uh,
Bucks.
that seemed fantastic.
Oh, that match was good. And then through that, they announced that the first match for Double or Nothing is Okada versus Takeshita for the Continental
Yeah,
title.
yeah. So
Is going to
that
be
set that up really
wild.
well.
Um,
Darby versus Andrade had some insane spots, and then I feel like
that was
that also
also
built up
really fucking good. And
built
I
up
was
well
really
to.
happy Darby won.
Yeah, me too. It'll build up to a thing we will discuss shortly, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I thought that maybe Cope and Cage would take the tag championships, but um, that
I
still
did
seemed
too.
like a pretty good match overall. Um,
Not
so yeah,
to like cut you off, but I
no,
think
you're
they're
good.
leading to something bigger, like a TLC match, FTR, Cope and Christian, and the Young Bucks.
I think that'll be phenomenal.
And I feel like it'll be at Double or Nothing. And
Yeah.
it's not just me hoping it's at Double or Nothing because I'll be there, but that seems like a Double or
I have
Nothing kind of.
genuine hope. um, let's see. I think the World Trios title match. Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly. They ended up winning to become the new uh, Trios title champs.
Yeah,
Uh,
they beat the Dogs, I think, less than 24 hours after they won it.
yeah,
I believe it's because Gabe Kidd is injured,
gotcha.
which is wild.
And then main event: MJF, Kenny Omega. I mean, I feel
MJF
like
retained.
you can do no wrong with those two.
And I'm bringing it up mostly because I have Dynamite on in the background while we're recording. Chris Jericho is on talking to Ricochet. Ricochet beat Chris Jericho at Dynasty 1-on-1.
Yeah,
That's
was not
I'm
expecting that.
I was expecting Cope and Christian to win the tag titles, and I was expecting Jericho to beat Ricochet. Neither of which happened. I was like, all right, I'm cool with it. Let's see what happens. Um, but we already foreshadowed it. MJF might have retained at Dynasty,
But
but
then he
he's
was
no
put into
longer the
a.
world champion.
That's right. He was put into a impromptu match at Dynamite last week
Spring
because
breaking
since
or
Darby
whatever.
beat Andrade, Darby got a world championship shot. And he gave a really very you could tell it was emotional for him, like promo speech beforehand, just like talking about how hard he's worked and how much he's given. Um, and it ended up being in his hometown of Seattle, I believe.
Yes.
Um, so in front of all of his family and friends, he got MJF off guard, and it was pretty much a squash. And
Oh, 100% squashed him, which was even cooler.
Yeah, I was a fan. I'm very happy. I think you have some
I'm
good careers
excited
ahead
he
of you.
won.
Yeah.
I thought that Forbidden Door happened in between Dynasty and Double or Nothing, but I believe Double or Nothing is the next pay per view. So that'll be his
Yeah.
like first big feud. Like he's defending it tonight on Dynamite against
Against what,
Tommaso
Ciampa?
Ciampa,
Yeah.
which I think that'll be a banger. It's insane that Tommaso Ciampa went from being like a big old nothing burger in WWE to already being TNT champion and
Right.
contending for the world title in
Right.
AEW.
Crazy.
He held that belt for 11 days.
Yeah.
That
Dang.
was another thing. TNT title got vacated because Kyle Fletcher is injured.
I saw. Very unfortunate.
So there was a casino gauntlet to crown a new champion. Kevin Knight ended up winning. So that's pretty cool that he's got a solo title, 2-time
Yeah.
trios champ, and the current TNT champion. One thing I will say is El Clone was in that match. The he's like the evil version of Hologram.
Yes.
So Hologram is currently injured, so El Clone is just kind of being an evil luchador. When he appeared in CMLL to fight Mystico, he had like an evil Mystico mask on.
Oh,
He like matches the guy he's fighting's mask, but in his color palette.
I like that.
Do you remember seeing that guy Arez
Right.
on GCW? He was like the king of strange style luchador.
Oh no, I don't think
Because
so.
that's who's in the El Clone mask.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. But he was cool. He did like a cool, like stalling dropkick thing at ringside to
Yeah.
Tommaso. That's sick. But
Sicko
hey,
mode.
Dynasty was really good. Darby Allin is champion. Squashed MJF. MJF hit him with a low blow, and that enraged Darby into 4 coffin drops, and then like a cool bully hook pin.
Yeah.
New world champ, and then Sting comes out
Yes.
to
Oh, that was
celebrate
great.
with him. That was awesome.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how they handled Sting's just entire run with AEW all the way up to his retirement. I thought it was
Oh yeah, I
phenomenal.
had a party for his last match, and it was a lot of my like non wrestling friends
I was
came to
there, I
watch it.
think, right?
Yeah, it was
Or-
at Revolution, the ladder match.
And wasn't that where Cope made his debut?
That was Wrestle Dream.
Okay, that's the one I was over at your place for then. Unless I was
Yeah,
there for both. I don't know.
I
Very
don't know,
well
you
could have been.
did make the trip from New Jersey to Connecticut a lot to just watch wrestling at my parents' house. So
And it was worth every
hell
mile.
yeah. But now we live too far away.
Wah, wah, wah.
Someday. Well, we got together for the Rumble. That was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, we'll make
Um,
things work.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, off to a phenomenal start for WrestleMania weekend with non-WWE shows, but it is what it is.
So I'm glad you said the word phenomenal because
Yeah,
Friday of WrestleMania weekend is the Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
that's right.
And one of this year's inductees was the phenomenal AJ Styles. He got inducted by Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the Good Brothers.
Hell yeah.
That was cool. So it was AJ Styles, Stephanie McMahon, Demolition, and Dennis Rodman as the
Yes.
4 like alive people.
Yes.
And then posthumously, which I had to ask my dad if I said that word correctly the other day in conversation, were Psycho Sid
Yep.
and Bad News Brown. And then, is this the second year they did the defining moment going into the Hall of Fame?
I think so, because last year was
It
the
was
first
Austin
one.
and Bret Hart.
Right.
So this year's defining moment was Hogan body slamming Andre at WrestleMania 3.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'd say that's up there in
that's
terms of
pretty.
moments.
That's a pretty good one. Maybe some would say that should have been the first. So,
Chance.
but on hand to accept that award because Hogan and Andre are no longer with us was the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, Nick Hogan, son of the late Hulk Hogan, and then Andre the Giant's daughter was there.
Mhm.
So that was pretty cool. Dennis Rodman's speech was cool, and then he rambled and was Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Uh, he got inducted by Kevin Nash and X Pac, other members
'Cause
of
they
the NWO.
Right, 'cause they were with him when he was in that, right?
Yes, so the big match that Rodman had was at the 1996. I don't know if that's the exact year. I was one and also not watching wrestling yet. Um, Bash at the Beach, and it was uh, Hollywood Hulk Hogan and Dennis Rodman versus Diamond Dallas Page and Carl Malone. Malone and
Yes.
Rodman were um,
Chicago Bulls,
Rodman
right?
played for the Bulls and Karl Malone played for the Utah Jazz. They were in the NBA Finals against each other that year. So they
That's so
carried the
crazy.
rivalry from the NBA Finals into WCW's Bash at the Beach.
That's
But
wild.
Rodman was a full time member of the original NWO because of that match.
What a
So,
timeline, dude.
yeah,
Guy's
NWO
in the Hall of
was
Fame.
pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Now he's in the Hall of Fame. And then I'm trying to think who inducted everyone else, but I didn't really catch most of it. I know
Yeah,
Stephanie
same.
got inducted by her mom, by Linda,
I believe you're right. And I
because
think her
Vince
3
wasn't there
daughters
and Shane wasn't there,
yeah, her 3 daughters came up as well, I wanna
and
say.
then probably Triple H showed up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I would hope so. Uh, there were things that happened on SmackDown before the Hall of Fame that I felt should have been on the WrestleMania card.
Oh,
Before
what
we
did that
get to
be?
it, this
One of the
WrestleMania
books
card
know?
was pretty bad.
Yeah, I feel like in retrospect, I feel like I was seeing a lot of people talk about this online, um, especially more so for night 2, like, the matches for night 2 didn't have the best, like, builds going into them, but
No, almost
the
nothing had
matches
build.
right, but the matches themselves were pretty good, things considered, mainly for night 2.
Of
Um,
the two nights, I will say night two was better,
yeah,
but both of them were still pretty crummy.
yeah, which I
Oh,
guess, like, obviously a build is important and nice when you're, like, actively watching, like, everything leading up to a WrestleMania, but, like and this is another point I feel like I saw people make, like, if you go back and watch matches from, like, a few years ago, like 5 or 10 years ago for, like, a WrestleMania, like, you don't have the time to watch everything leading up to the build. You just kind of need to know, like, the gist of it, and then, like, you can watch the match and enjoy it for what it is, like, in the moment. And I feel like that definitely applies for, like, some of the stuff for, like, again, night 2 mainly.
yeah.
Like, no one's gonna remember the lack of build, but, we'll
They
remember
also
matches.
didn't have any of the like hype packages before the matches.
I know
That
they only had it for, like, the main event, and, like, that stuff was awesome. Like, I wish they had that for
yeah.
everything.
So the things that happened on SmackDown, I thought should have been at WrestleMania. The Andre the Giant Battle Royal, I thought
Yes.
should have been on the Mania card because that was a good way to always get guys like that necessarily weren't going to get a match onto the card,
Right.
so they could at least be seen on that stage.
Yeah.
Which
Absolutely.
Powerhouse Hobbs, currently known as Royce Keys,
Mhm.
ended up winning. So pretty cool for him. He debuted at the Royal Rumble, and then we didn't see him for months and months and months. He was on the two episodes of SmackDown before WrestleMania. He defeated, oh god, Berto, like of Los
Yeah.
Garzas, and his debut on SmackDown, and then he won the Andre the following week, and that was really it.
Mhm.
And then the other match I thought should have been at WrestleMania was the Wyatt Six versus the MFTs
Oh,
in the street
yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
This feud was like the only thing going on SmackDown for months, and it doesn't make it to the WrestleMania card.
Yeah. Insane.
Tiffany Stratton probably I thought should have gotten her women's U.S. title match at WrestleMania.
That would have been sensical, because I don't think that belt has been defended on a pay-per-view before, right?
No, I think it's only appeared really on Saturday night's main events.
It's crazy.
Which those don't count as pay-per-views, I believe. Like they don't refer to
Right.
them as pay-per-views.
Yeah.
There's probably a Saturday night's main event like this weekend, and I don't know it.
Yeah.
Um, so why don't we start with night one? Or
Yes.
actually, should we mention some of the crazy GCW stuff that happened
Oh, yeah, the main
weekend?
thing that I had seen was the final match for Sandman, which I saw and I texted you guys about it, when I saw
Yes.
clips, and I was like, "Did you guys see who came out to, like, make the save for him or whatnot?" And it was Mick Foley.
And that was just one of the many things that happened in that
Yeah.
match.
Not to mention that he was going up against Invisible Man, and halfway through the match, Invisible Man's brother, Invisible Stan, came out to reunite with him.
His
Um,
estranged brother, mind you.
yes, sorry, good catch. And I'm gonna say it. I think Invisible Man, nothing but bangers. The man
Nothing.
has
That
not been.
guy's like match catalog is insane.
It's incredible.
Also, you know who accompanied Sandman to the ring?
An adult performer.
Yes, adult film star Kendra Lust. And I was like, there's no what the fuck? No judgment. You're into what you're into, but like, what the hell? So Kendra Lust accompanied the Sandman to ringside. He fought the Invisible Man, who reunited with the Invisible Stan, as we've mentioned. Mick Foley came out and made the save for the Sandman. It
Right.
also featured cameos from the Insane Clown Posse and recently retired, as in the night before retired, Vampiro from Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Invisible Man was accompanied to the ring by Bill Alfonso, legendary ECW manager. The Zombies from Juggalo Championship Wrestling made an appearance, and it was just fucking crazy.
Wild. Absolutely wild. Everything you could hope for
I believe
in a
Sandman
match.
took a low blow from
Yep.
the Invisible Man and then got pinned.
I think Mick Foley even took a bump from him. I think he got either like a dropkick or a DDT or something.
He did, but I think that was in the clusterfuck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then so Sandman lost his retirement match, and Sandman's entrance music is the Metallica classic "Enter Sandman." So the
Yes.
T-shirts they made for the event quite simply said "Exit Sandman," which I think is hilarious.
Yeah,
Ali Ketch also lost a loser leaves GCW match to Effie at
that's
Joey
right.
Janela's Spring Break. Um, and the main event of Joey Janela's Spring Break was Joey Janela versus Brody Lee Jr., the son of the late Brody Lee. I
Making his
believe,
in-ring debut, right?
yeah, the kid isn't he like 12?
I think so.
Like Joey Janela tapped to a 12-year-old who locked him in the sharpshooter, which is crazy.
Very crazy. He
Let me
looked
just
pretty good though.
verify. Oh, the match was great. It was a lot of fun. Oh, he's 14. So he's legally old enough to wrestle in the state of Las Vegas, which is good.
That's good.
That's good that they didn't do crime.
Yeah.
Um, there's also a pretty good Josh Barnett's Bloodsport this weekend. He announced he's going on a definite hiatus at the end of it. So it was the last Bloodsport for a while. When I brought it up to you guys, Josh did say, I don't think Barnett wants to bring the show to Saudi Arabia next year.
That's a really good point.
So who knows what the collective will look like next year. Big Gay Brunch was fun. I saw Kid Bandit also retired at the end of Big Gay Brunch,
Hmm.
like or at the end of their match. Um, Jack Cartwheel I saw got injured during his match at World on Lucha, so it had to go to referee stoppage. So that's unfortunate.
That
Well
is
wishes
sad.
to Jack Cartwheel. Had to take a sip of the bev, excuse me. But I believe we're ready to move into night one of WrestleMania.
Sure thing. Um, so how about? I'll just read through the card, and then we'll each give kind of like maybe like a highlight of one or
Okay.
two moments that we really liked.
So I should say the first hour of WrestleMania Night 1 aired on ESPN2 if you have regular cable.
Yes,
So
which
I
was a
thought
first, I think, right?
yeah, I thought for
Yeah.
sure they were going to do the thing where like a match was going to maybe go past the hour mark and be like you have to tune in to see the outcome.
Yeah. Because
Nope.
I think AEW does that sometimes with their free 0 hour.
Yeah, sometimes a match will start and carry on into the main card. Or Ring of Honor used to do it back in the day, and they'd be like, the first hour of the pay per view is on YouTube, and then once it hits 7 p.m., we're live or whatever. So if the match was still happening, the feed would just like cut, and you'd
Yeah.
have to switch to Honor Club. But yeah, first hour was on ESPN2, and then night two's first hour was on regular ESPN. So if you had cable,
Pretty crazy. You could just watch
you
it,
could just
yeah,
watch it. But
for an hour.
yeah, one whole hour.
Okay, so night one, this is Saturday, in Las Vegas. They ran it back for another year. So we had 7 matches on this card. First one was a 6-person tag match. We had the Uso brothers with LA Knight going up against the Vision's Austin Theory and Logan Paul, joined by IShowSpeed. The Usos and LA Knight ended up winning. I believe it was LA Knight that pinned Logan Paul or Austin
Yes.
Theory. Okay, it was Logan Paul then.
I think he pinned. I don't remember who he pinned,
Yeah,
honestly.
but he pinned someone, and IShowSpeed was just kind of right there in front of them. So after that
Did not
happened,
break up the pin.
no. After that happened, the Vision guys turned on Speed. Were kind of beating him up, and then Knight and the Usos came in to save him, and IShowSpeed ended up doing a pretty crazy splash through the announcers table onto Logan Paul. So it's nice to see the Vision get their comeuppance.
Okay, so
Yeah, what's up?
my favorite moment for that match was Speed's like post match splash that he did,
Yes,
only because of the drone shot they used.
it was a very cool drone shot.
That was awesome.
I
That was really cool.
I also liked it too because I feel like Speed is he seems like a good guy, and it was kind of sucky to see him up with all the heels. So it was nice to see him turn face
That
for
was good.
reals. Yeah.
Face turn for Speed. I also want to point out that Fanatics, the like clothing company and like sponsor for like the events and stuff,
Mhm.
like meet and greets, was advertising that they were going to have an exclusive Funko Pop coming out during WrestleMania. It
Oh,
was Speed, like in his ring gear. That was the WWE exclusive Funko Pop they put out during the show.
wow,
Like
interesting.
that's wild that
Yeah,
that's what you went with, but it's the current TKO state of things. It
yeah.
seems like
They like their celeb involvement.
I liked the Usos ring gear for this match too.
It was
The
like
like
a orange
orange.
and green.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, very cool. Yes,
One of
that
my
was match
other
one.
highlights was that my pizza came during
Oh,
this.
dude, nice.
We
We
had
had
some
pizza.
friends over to watch night one of WrestleMania, and then
Mhm.
because my dad just had his kidney transplant in December, he can't really be in big groups anymore. So the second night, it was just myself, him, and Kaylee, and then like the cats
Oh, fun.
watching it. Yeah. So night one, we got pizza. Like the place around the corner, you can get a like hot and delivered party size pizza.
Hell yeah.
So I ordered some, and then maybe 10 minutes before the guys were supposed to get here, my phone rings. And it's the pizza place, and I pick up, and the guy's like, "Hi, is this Sam? Like, we got your pizzas." And I was like, "Oh yeah, what's up?" And he's like, "My delivery driver just got rear-ended trying to deliver your pizza, so we're making you some new ones right now."
Oh no.
And I was like, "A new what? Delivery driver?" And he's like, "No, no, he's fine. It's new pizzas." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Just glad the guy's okay." And
Yeah.
anyway, it'll be like another 10 minutes. I'm like, "That's fine, man. I'm just glad everyone's all good."
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, it's good pizza. One
That's
cheese,
good.
one pepperoni.
Salad. For night one, we got Mexican food from a taco place nearby that we really like. So I got
Oh hell
a
yeah,
quesadilla, and Taylor got some birria tacos, and
those are
we
so
got some
good.
like some chips and guac. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But then night two, we got Domino's because I had a gift coupon,
Ooh,
Um,
nice.
we tried
Night two.
their new like sauce that they have. I don't know if
Oh
you
yeah,
checked
yeah.
out the trailers for that. It's pretty good.
Is
It's
that
like
good?
a creamy ranch mayo. Yeah,
Ooh, nice. I made meatballs with Did your mom ever
oh
make
yeah.
it growing up? Because I know my mom made it. You put like the barbecue sauce and the grape jelly on the meatballs in the crock pot.
Oh, dude, she served that at the I think the recent Halloween party that you guys had.
Yes.
That was so good. Oh my
Yeah, I
gosh,
made that in our crock pot, and then we
delicious.
put it over like I made like sticky rice, like sushi rice.
Yeah,
We put it over that with like some hot sauce and some sesame seeds. It was really good. And then we had
fantastic.
like
Nice.
chips and dip and
You
ice
gotta
cream
have chips and
sandwiches.
dip. Yeah.
Yeah, chips and dip, man. Chips and dip, man.
Thanks for tuning in to our new food podcast where we talk about foods that we eat and
We're the dip dudes. We talk about dip.
heard it here
Uh,
first.
all right, match two, which
Match
I know
two
what it was.
was Jacob Fatu taking on Drew McIntyre, and this was a quote unquote unsanctioned street fight because nothing says unsanctioned like having it go on second when it is
WrestleMania.
live to watch on ESPN2.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, this one definitely had, they had been feuding for a while. There was definitely some build set in place. I just wish it was a little more street fight-y. I don't know.
We
When I
should
see,
preface every single match on night one was really fucking fast.
yeah,
I think this match was only like 7 minutes long.
this one the first match was only 7 minutes. This one was
Yep,
14 minutes.
that's
Um,
crazy.
Still the second, like that's the second longest match of the night aside from the main event. It was a 14-minute. So
Um,
that's kind of crazy.
I think one of my big gripes with this should have been the WWE title match. McIntyre
Yeah,
should have never dropped it to Cody. It should have been
yeah.
McIntyre Fatu for the WWE title at
That would have
WrestleMania.
been great because then they would have been able to have more like promos going at each other, which I feel
Oh,
like Drew
100%.
is phenomenal in that regard. The match probably would have had a nice like 20 to 30 minute time slot to work with, so that would have been
Instead, we
great.
got 14 minutes, and they were just a couple table spots, from what I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, um,
Toolbox?
yeah. I think one of my, I guess you could call it a highlight. Something I really liked is when like Jacob pulled out the red toolbox. Drew kind of like fell backwards like scared because last
Oh,
time a toolbox had been
Bad
used
Blood.
was at Bad Blood when Punk sliced Drew's head open with it.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I
Now
remember that.
that's a freaking fight
That was a
that could have
good
been
match.
unsanctioned.
Punk and McIntyre.
Yeah.
Oof.
All right,
Oof, oof,
next
oof.
one was a fatal four-way tag match for the women's tag belts. This one, I'll include the match time. So this was an 8-minute long match. We had 4 tag teams. Um, the champions going into it were Lash Legend and Nia Jax, who I think they call themselves the Irresistible Forces. Is that right?
Who had an awesome demolition tribute
Yeah,
in
very
their
cool ring
entrance
gear.
gear, but they got no pop,
Very sad. Wah wah.
which is crazy.
They had Bailey and Lyra. I don't think they have a tag name. They're just two good friends. Um, Alexa Bliss and
Good
Charlotte
friends.
Flair, who came out with pretty cool inspired ring gear. I think Alexa's was paying tribute to Firefly Funhouse stuff.
Yeah,
Is that
she
right?
was the moth symbol that
Hmm.
like Bray would use.
Yeah. And Charlotte was just a butterfly, I guess.
Yeah, like the light to the dark kind of
Yeah.
thing.
And then what I thought was interesting is that the champions came out third to or second to last. They came out third in the order. And I was like, why wouldn't they have the champions come out last? And it's because when the Bella twins came out, it was very clear that Nikki Bella um, could not wrestle because she still had a boot on and was walking with a like crutch. So they came out and Nikki said that there was going to be someone taking her place, and it was a surprise return of Paige, who came and filled in her slot and wrestled with Brie. And
Boom.
I think they were saying that the last time she had wrestled in WWE was 2017, and I think she
Yeah, and
left the
then
company in like early 2020s, I want to say. And she had done some stuff in AEW. Is that right?
yeah, and WWE was just like, she hasn't wrestled in such and such amount of time. It's like, she fucking did. You just won't talk about it.
Exactly. Because she had I think it was like a career-ending, like neck surgery or something like that.
Yeah, or her back. It was something.
Yeah, back or neck, something dangerous. But they say that often, and people are able to recover and continue on their careers, which is awesome. So yeah, got a big pop, big surprise. I didn't see anyone talking about it beforehand, so I feel like it was kind of kept under wraps
I got it
for me at least.
spoiled.
Oh, sorry to
I
hear.
saw someone posted that they were like, take this with a grain of salt, but allegedly Soraya, which is Paige's real name, re-signed with WWE, return imminent,
Oh,
and then because they were still going into the bit that Nikki Bella was medically cleared, so they were like, won't be replacing Nikki in tag match. And I was like, that's weird.
interesting.
Okay, and then she came out, and I was like, oh, okay.
Uh,
One thing I do like is I don't know if you saw Brie Bella. They got like side plates for the women's tag titles.
oh, I
Um,
don't think I saw this.
Brie Bella has her one on one side, and then Nikki's on the other. So it's like she still
Oh, that's
has
nice.
it with her sister, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that's nice.
And they're like, "Oh, Paige hasn't wrestled in years." I was like, "She's fucking AW Women's Champion, man.
Literally, yeah.
Watch
She
that
wasn't.
match."
She wasn't the inaugural one, was she?
AW Women's
Yeah.
Champion? No, it was Nyla Rose, I believe. And then that was people being like, "That's a trans woman. Why'd you put it on a man?" It's like, shut the fuck up, incels.
Yeah. I mean, good
Hey,
on
we
them
don't
for
stand
having balls to
for
do that.
incels around here. Trans women are women.
Agreed. So
Hell yeah.
I'm scrolling through to see when Soraya won it. Oh,
I know
she
she
won
beat
it
Tony
at
Storm.
no, she beat Hikaru Shida
Oh.
at All in London. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
It looks like it was a fatal four-way match. So Hikaru Shida was the champion
Champ
before her.
going in.
But then at the
Yeah.
four-way match, it had Britt Baker, Tony Storm, Soraya, and who was the fourth person? I guess just Hikaru. Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool.
And then I think she lost it to Tony Storm, and that's what kicked her out of the Outcasts,
Well,
the group that was her, Tony Storm, and Ruby Soho. I'm kind of a connoisseur of professional wrestling.
you kind of know a few things.
Yeah, a little bit. I dabble.
All right, so let's see highlights from this one. I mean, honestly, it was. I thought it was pretty cool to see Paige come back.
Paige coming back, and then
Yeah,
for me, Lash and Naya's demolition entrance gear.
very
I
cool.
don't remember too many spots from this match because
It
night
was so
one was
short. It was only
dog
8 minutes. It's
dog
crazy.
water.
Yeah.
There was it
Um,
like an hour and 26 minutes of wrestling on night one, and then an hour and like 14 minutes of ads.
yeah. Either you or Josh had sent in the
That's crazy.
like the stats. It was kind of nuts.
Also, they kept saying this was the first WrestleMania without the presence of Hulk Hogan, and then the most talked about thing was his documentary.
Yeah, I saw people talking about that. I feel like the documentary stuff must have played during the baked in ads for like ESPN or like
Yeah,
we were watching it on like Hulu Live or whatever. So I don't think we saw any of those ads, but we just got regular whatever ads, which is still annoying.
there were so many. Oh my god, what was the next match up? The
It was the women's IC championship match.
bad,
Yeah,
bad match.
it was AJ Lee against Becky Lynch. I feel like they have both had like 3 or 4 matches against each other prior to this, and AJ had won every single one of them. So I think it was pretty obvious that Becky was going to win, and they didn't really have any other build going into it. Like no like face to face encounters or
Mm.
anything like that.
What was the band that played Becky to the ring? I feel like you would know.
That was the Wonder Years. I have been obsessed with them lately. I found one of their albums at a like vinyl CD store near us, so I picked it up on CD. And I don't know if you've ever had this experience where you either like you watch a movie or you read a book or you listen to an album, like you consume some piece of art or media and you're like thinking like once you finish consuming it, you're just like this is exactly what I needed to see or hear like at this point in my life. Like that was the experience I had with it. It was
That's
just such
awesome.
a good album, like front to
Yeah.
back. Like I like no joke, I like have been listening to it on repeat since I found it like
Okay, I
in
have a
January or
song
so.
that's like that.
Yeah. So just
It's the
phenomenal.
sublime cover of the theme to Hanna-Barbera's Hong Kong Phooey.
Hell yeah.
It's so good.
This is
You
this
should
is
look
what
it
I
up
need in this
after
moment.
this. I'll text it to you.
Hell yeah.
It's a really good song.
But yeah, so they're actually a Philadelphia-based like kind of emo pop punk band. And there have been a few songs that I've heard of theirs where they make references to like wrestling stuff. Like there's this one song where he mentions like being a like a mid South baby face, like with a blade up my sleeve, like
That's
kind of like making
crazy.
references to
Yeah,
like regional stuff. So yeah, they wrote the theme for her new entrance music. So
that's
they came
dope.
out to perform, and I think they kick ass, and I think everyone should check them out. They are the Wonder Years.
Who was
Um,
that one band that had the whole wrestling album? The Mountain Goats?
ooh, that sounds
I'm
right.
gonna look it up while we're talking.
I'm also gonna look it up.
That was a good album because I remember my roommate in college listened to it, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Sam, I have questions."
Their album "Beat the Champ"
Yes,
concentrates on professional wrestlers.
yeah. There's a song on it called "The Legend of Chavo Guerrero,"
Oh hell yeah!
and then there was one about the death of Bruiser Brody, which was a song called "Stabbed to Death Outside of San Juan."
So sad.
That's crazy. Rest in
Very
peace,
cool.
Bruiser Brody.
R.I.P. But yeah, so Becky won. Becky's the IC champ again. Hopefully, she is able to uh, transition to a fun new face as well, and elevate
I
whoever
think
she faces with it.
Becky Lynch is overrated, and the my highlight was the Wonder Years,
Yeah, I like Wonder
and
Years.
then wait, was that's the right band name, right?
Yeah, Wonder Years. That's the name of the
Okay,
band.
cool.
Yeah,
And her getting into it with the ref. It feels like they're gonna set something up with the ref as a
I hope
wrestler
so. That would be really cool.
because she wrestles on Evolve on Tubi, I believe, like
That's
under a
right.
mask.
Yeah. So she's got the chops.
She was a wrestler before she started refing for WWE.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that this match wasn't good. It was just meh.
Yeah. And again, I feel like a big like easy fix for a lot of these matches is you just give them more time to breathe and tell like a full like in-ring story, and I feel like that would make a lot of these so much better.
Oh yeah.
Um, instead of just like a 8 minute whatever. It's unfortunate. Um, Next match was just a straight up wrestling match. No gimmicks, no nothing. It was Seth Rollins going up against Gunther. Um, I will say I loved Seth's entrance for this. He had jet black, like full blackout eye contacts, and he had a like trench coat with big holes cut out that
Yeah, like
smoke was
really
seeping
big
through.
sneaker aglets.
Yes, it did look like that. um, and it was just really cool. Um, yeah, this one was a little bit longer. It was a 15-minute match. So longest match of the night aside from the main event. Um, and I thought it was pretty good. I thought they told a pretty good in-ring story. It's basically, they just don't like each other and they want to fight, and sometimes that's all you need.
Um, Braun Breaker returned during this match,
He did.
and
He he ran really fast, really far, twice to hit a spear.
And then the second time he almost missed.
He
That
did.
was crazy.
Um, although honestly, it's probably better that he hits a glancing blow as opposed to actually running full steam into someone's chest. I'm sure that would not end well.
Yeah, doesn't he have like a 26-mile-an-hour spear?
Something like that. It's crazy.
26 miles an hour. I don't think I've ever moved that fast in my life. Outside of a
Yeah,
car.
maybe on a scooter.
Yeah. On my skateboard. Going
So that was the,
downhill.
let's see, fifth match. So the next one, the second to last match, was for the women's title belt, WWE Women's World Title. Stephanie Vecker, champion, coming in, defending against Liv Morgan, who won the Royal Rumble. I felt like this one had some of the best build
It
I've
was the
ever
only
seen on this
build.
card coming in, right? Like they were getting into it. It was getting very heated. It seemed like this was just going to be like a full, like, you know, blowout, like brawl. And I felt really let down by this. And I think maybe this for me was something I was maybe the most let down or most disappointed by.
This match was only 8 minutes long, right?
It was 6 minutes and 50 seconds.
That's
That
wild.
is
Okay, so
that
Liv
is
Morgan
abysmal.
won.
Yes, so Liv Morgan won. Um, and had her Judgment Day people come out to glaze her up.
Yep.
Um, but again, I just felt like it was just so short, and they just were rushing through everything, and I was just really disappointed.
Stephanie Vecker's entrance was cool. Her title reign, nah. The belt's back on Liv because that's the only like woman aside from Maria, which we'll get to, that I feel like TKO has faith in bringing them money.
Right, which sucks that that's what they are making decisions on, and not just like building talent for generational, like long term stability.
Yep. And Liv's entrance was weird. I didn't like the song. I don't like her song.
It's giving Britney Spears, but not in a good way.
No, like head shave.
Yeah, but
This match was really quick, and then she's still got that big ass welt on her head, which is crazy.
yeah, I think because of that, she probably can't put any eye makeup on just because she's still recovering from it all,
Oh
um,
yeah.
which makes her look even crazier. But yeah, that was again. I felt like it was a bit of a letdown, unfortunately. Wah, wah. But then we get to the main event, something everyone had been talking about because of how insane the build for it was. Cody Rhodes, the WWE champion, facing off against Randy Orton. Randy won at the Elimination Chamber, and it seemed like a pretty slam dunk story for them to tell because Cody and Randy have a lot of history as a mentee mentor relationship.
Mm-hmm.
They could have gone and just really hammed up that history between them, like that whole angle, but instead they decided to have Randy Orton, for some reason, reveal that he had been taking guidance from a returning Pat McAfee, which, sure, why the hell not?
Yeah, like Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll being involved in this match made zero sense because everything they did at WrestleMania like did not enhance or add to anything in the match.
Exactly.
Did you see who allegedly was on the phone before TKO was like, no, make it McAfee?
I saw reports that it was supposed to be a whole angle with Aleister Black.
Which would have been
And
awesome.
exactly. And then if you go back and watch a lot of these, like like backstage segments, you can see Black in the background of a lot of them.
Yeah. It
So
was
they
the same
very
kind of energy as Karrion Cross being in the background of Styles and Logan Paul last year.
right, yeah, and they were able to then build up a bit to that, and
Like
like
Orton
it's
and Alistair would be awesome as a duo.
right.
Okay,
And
so
Alistair, I feel like is a trusted guy. He's pretty well known at this point, and like why? would you pick a non-wrestler to just come in and ruin all of that? I
For
know
the
the obvious answer is
men.
money, but it just is so insane and shitty.
Okay, so let's just rip the band-aid. Cody Rhodes retained,
Yes,
but he got punted so hard by Orton after the match. He allegedly broke his orbital bone.
he looked nasty, dude. It
See the big
was,
old bruise on Monday night?
yeah, it was like almost as shocking as when he revealed his torn pec
Oh
before
yeah.
he and Seth had their Hell in a Cell.
Um, so
Insane.
let's just say if Cody's orbital really is broken, maybe he has to relinquish the WWE title.
Yeah,
He does that on SmackDown this week, if it happens.
if it happens.
Orton and Alistair take him out, and Orton reveals it's really who he was talking to.
And
The whole
they
McAfee thing was a swerve.
and they just try to right the wrongs that were written.
That's too much to ask, though. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, oh, McAfee is really still in WWE. It wasn't.
Even though there was a stipulation that if Cody wins, McAfee is out.
It was on a handshake basis or
Yeah,
whatever.
I would not be upset if McAfee was never involved again.
Oh God, he was good. He was a breath of fresh air when he first showed up, and then they started pushing him into things, and
Right.
it's
Like
like,
he had a Royal Rumble
okay.
spot last year. Like you're
And he had
telling
that
me
one-on-one match with Gunther.
right. Like you're telling me you couldn't have gotten a person who has put in the time like in the business to like develop as a wrestler and needs that exposure. You tell me you couldn't have found anyone else?
Apparently not.
Yeah.
It's either that or Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll was
Yeah.
gonna get the spot. But
All right. So night one overall, what would you say was your favorite moment or your favorite match?
hanging out with my friends
Nice.
because the company made it so much better. The card was bad. The
Yeah.
matches were bad. I think if I have to pick a favorite match, I would go with Fatu and McIntyre. Close second, Rollins and Gunther.
Yeah, I would say Rollins and Gunther. I'd probably pick for mine. All right. So that was night one. Ended on bit of a lull.
I would give
Not
it
really.
a D plus.
Yeah, it
It's
was low
bad.
there. I'll match you on that. So going into night two, I was I don't know. Do you ever have that mentality where it's like, well, I'm going to set my expectations really low so that no matter what happens, I'll never be disappointed. That was kind of my mentality going into it, and
Yeah, like what's his name from Malcolm in the Middle?
yes,
I expected nothing, and I'm still
I'm so
disappointed.
disappointed. um, and thankfully, I personally felt like it was a lot better. Not that anything could have been better than the first night, but I feel like this felt like a WrestleMania. So
Yeah, night two felt a lot better. It's just
if
crazy that Cody Rhodes got the shitty main event both
yeah,
years.
yeah. I mean, I guess he got WrestleMania 40 was a fantastic cherry on
His
top for him. So
big moment.
yeah, and even that he had to fight BS against The Rock inserting himself. So it is what it
Woo!
is.
That was so good when that happened. That was great.
All right, so night two, 6 matches, so one fewer than the first night. But we had some good stuff on here. So the first match, and as you had mentioned, the first hour was on ESPN proper, which I believe covers
ESPN
the first
proper.
2 full matches of the card, which is pretty sick. First match, Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. Um, this was one that I was the most excited for, aside from the second match of the night. I was really looking forward to this one, and I am shocked that they did the right thing and had Oba beat Brock. I am
Oh, 100%.
so shocked. I was so happy when it happened. It was a quick one too. It was less than 5 minutes. It looks like, um, and it wasn't a squash either because Brock definitely got his moves in on Oba, but Oba just kind of showed that he was, he was able to shrug him off and beat Brock down and pin him. And everyone in the stadium seemed shocked as well. It's especially after night one, it's kind of crazy to see them, make the right booking call.
Oh yeah. Going into night two, well, WrestleMania as a whole, Kaylee and I, um, who I know it's been brought up on the previous podcast. Kaylee is a wrestling fan and will not admit it. She was saying that this match on paper is probably one of the biggest spectacles of this WrestleMania card, just
Yeah, for
because
sure.
it's Lesnar, this untouchable being, versus Obafime, who's like the new school like version of that,
Right,
basically. And
right.
it's a huge passing of the torch moment. So we were kind of dreading this match leading up to it because we were like, they're just gonna have Lesnar win and squash like Obafime, killing any momentum this guy has, and it's his first like 2 months on the roster, you know. But when he got the pin on Lesnar, we erupted. We were so
It was
excited.
it was phenomenal, dude. I was so happy.
And then Lesnar, let's just say it, Lesnar retired.
Yeah, straight up. And it seemed like it was a surprise from how people were reacting,
Yeah.
like Paul Heyman and commentary, but um, good it seems like he was going out on his terms, so good on him.
I saw one thing that he I was taking these with a grain of salt because it was like an online just article. Um Lesnar handpicked Obafime to be his retirement opponent, and then no one knew it was going to happen because they were kind of booking this match to be the like trilogy like him and Cody had a few years ago.
Gotcha.
But then Oba won in one, and then Lesnar left his boots and gloves in the ring. You know,
There
even
you go.
Paul Heyman was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. But he's I don't know. I'm not the biggest Brock Lesnar fan,
No,
but
I thought it was a fucking joke when he came back at SummerSlam.
yeah,
Like,
but I'm so happy that Oba is getting that rocket strapped to him to get
like
pushed big.
I think I don't know how to word this, but like I can look back at some Lesnar stuff and enjoy it from like before all these things came out about him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like how sometimes I listen to Marilyn Manson music, but ones that came out before you found out what a scumbag he was. Like that kind of energy.
Yeah,
Like separating the art from the artist, but then at the end of the day, you're like, no, this guy is still a fucking scumbag. Why did I do that? You know?
yeah, yeah. So,
But hey, Obafime won. That was the right decision.
and that's
And
what we're
then
happy
the
about.
other match Kaylee and I were excited for the whole card went on right after this.
Yes, the ladder match. It was a six-way ladder match for the IC belt. Um, Penta, current champion, taking on Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio. So it's half of the roster was Lucha, so coin
Yep.
flip chance at a Lucha winning it. We also had JD McDonough, we had Rusev, and we had Javon Evans. And this was 15 minutes long. I would not have been upset if this was an hour long.
And it
It was
didn't
just
feel like 15 minutes.
it felt so long. It felt like there was just so much stuff happening. The best kind of match, or sorry, the best kind of ladder match of like any kind of weapons match is one that feels just like a chaotic car crash, and that's what this
So
felt like.
West Coast pop that Mysterio hit onto the
Yes,
ladder, that was cool.
yes,
Also,
insane.
this was like one of the only instances where we got themed ring gear for all of WrestleMania.
That's right. Yeah,
Because Rey Mysterio entered in a Deadpool outfit. Like, so much so that it got the attention of Rob Liefeld, who fuck Rob Liefeld. But anywho, the creator of Deadpool, and even he was like, "No, that's fucking sick. Like that gets my seal of approval."
nice.
Um, and then Penta got a Mortal Kombat movie entrance, and he had a Shao Kahn helmet on. That was cool. That
Yeah,
was sick as hell.
very sick.
Um, I was surprised Penta retained.
Yeah, it's like when you think about it, like logistically, it's not the most likely thing to happen to have him retain. Like he's only got a 1/6 chance, but um, I feel like it will hopefully elevate all of the guys that were in it. Like it seems like Rusev is has a story going for the IC belt. He's in
And
a
all of a sudden, Ethan
match
Page
with
as well
Devon.
because he debuted.
Yeah, yeah, on Raw. Obviously like Ray is over. Dragon Lee and JD McDonough gave them time to shine as singles guys as well.
Okay.
So I feel like it
Also,
was a great match.
Dragon Lee and JD not getting to enter on the broadcast
That was annoying, dude.
was
That sucked.
wild.
Yeah,
Um,
insane.
I thought Javon, honestly, I wouldn't be upset if Javon won.
Agreed.
But I
I
was
love him
excited
so
Penta
much.
retained.
Yeah, fully sports entertained.
Yeah.
um,
Well, Kaylee's favorite three wrestlers, two of them appeared at WrestleMania on the same night. It
yeah.
was Penta, Dirty Dom, and her third favorite. Okay, wait, her top four. Three of her top four appeared on night two of WrestleMania.
Oh
Penta,
yeah.
Dirty Dom, Mr. Iguana, who did not appear,
Well,
and Danhausen.
yes.
Um, I speaking on Mr. Iguana not appearing real quick because Dominic Mysterio is the AAA Mega Champion. He
Yes.
came out with the title belt. He appeared as Mega Champion. Belt wasn't on the line.
Right.
WWE has inserted themselves and their wrestlers as champions in the other companies they work with, but never vice versa.
Yeah, it's weird.
100%. There should have been a TNA representative or a AAA actual wrestler on the WrestleMania card. But instead, like Trick Williams was TNA champion and Bound for Glory, their like equivalent of WrestleMania was main evented by a WWE guy. There's a WWE guy currently running Roughshot over AAA, you know?
Right.
But none of them appeared on their big event, you know?
Yeah.
Weird. But
Very weird.
anywho, what's the next match, buddy?
Next up is the U.S. Championship. Um, Sami Zayn coming in as the defending champ. Trick Williams coming in as the challenger. Trick had a sick entrance. He had Lil Yachty, I believe,
Yup.
hyping him up. He came out with like a 50-foot like train,
Yeah,
like
on his
draping
jacket.
behind him. Yeah, so cool. Um,
Um,
Crowd did not seem that like into his entrance, which I thought was kind of weird because when we
I
saw
think it was
him
the Lil
at
Yachty part of it
okay,
that people
yeah,
weren't.
when we saw Trick at NXT Deadline in what was that like 2022, 2023, something like that.
We
Um,
went like 3 years ago at this
yeah,
point. Whenever it was in Bridgeport.
yeah, dude, the crowd was freaking going nuts for him. So it was
Okay,
I
and
would have been sick if that same thing happened.
that was my favorite moment of this match was because my dad was over for night
Yeah.
two of WrestleMania and we were watching it and he was like, "Oh, who's Sami Zayn fighting?" And then the music hit and he was like, "Is that him? Is that Trick Williams?" And he
Hell
was like,
yeah.
he started doing the chant and he was like dancing in his chair. So we were telling the story about like going to see it in Bridgeport and getting stuck in the parking garage and everything. And then when Trick won, my dad was like, "Yeah, he did it. Good for him.
Let's
Proud
freaking
of you,
go.
Trick Williams." I was like, "You're such a fan, Dad." So maybe I'll get him a Trick Williams T-shirt.
Yeah. And it definitely seems like I don't know if they fully committed to like Sammy turning heel and Trick turning face, but it seems like it's definitely, if not already like that, definitely headed that direction.
I fully think Trick turned face in that match.
Yeah.
A lot of people I know were disappointed it wasn't Carmelo versus Trick to get a
Yeah.
callback to like their NXT rivalry, which
Hopefully they
it
run that back.
really pissed me off that Sami Zayn ended Carmelo's U.S. title reign.
You're right. Because then
No,
Carmelo wasn't even involved in
he
WrestleMania at
didn't
all.
need that title. Like it could have just been a one-on-one match between the two of them. Even if Trick won, it would have put him over, you know.
Right, right. So it sucks.
But it was
Um,
I was glad Trick Williams is US champ. They
yeah.
exploded. His I don't know if they're married yet or his
I
fiance.
believe they are, yeah, him and Lash. I think they got married.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
then did you see the thing that Obafime was one of his groomsmen?
That's awesome.
because of their friendship and like rivalry and all the moments they shared in NXT.
Hmm, that's
That's
great.
cool.
Yeah.
Um, but
Um,
yeah, Trick Winning was really sick. Lil Yachty, I like Lil Yachty. I listen to his music. I
yeah.
thought it was cool
Yeah, it's fun.
because he didn't get involved really.
No,
Like it wasn't like
and
the level to
that's what a
Jelly Roll
celebrity
and Pat
involvement should
McAfee.
be. Yeah,
Yeah, he was
that's
just
what
there
WrestleMania
to support
celebrity
his
should be.
friend.
Exactly. All right. So then after that, we have a street fight. Finn Balor taking on Dominic Mysterio, but not just any Finn Balor, the long-awaited return of the Demon Finn Balor.
The demon. That was so cool. I was
Very cool.
very excited.
Yeah. Glad Finn won. I feel like it's his first big win in a while. Demon outfit was sick. I felt like it was a pretty solid street fight. I liked the weapons. I prefer when it's like a themed street fight, so there's like regional weapons involved. But beggars can't be
Oh
choosers.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
One
Um,
thing we noticed and hate very much is the Slim Jim branding on the tables.
I agree, dude. It's just so jarring. Like, what the
Yeah,
heck?
it's like, well,
We need that, really? Do we need this?
I know we bring it up a lot, but we're very like heavily. We were just a wrestling household, but then the whole TKO thing and all these booking decisions and whatever. We're pretty much done with WWE after this WrestleMania. So we're pretty much like a GCW, AEW, and like New Japan household. Occasionally TNA, but I think they've gone downhill since the partnership
Yeah.
with WWE. Because again, it's them putting all of the WWE guys on these titles and kind of treating TNA's established roster like jobbers.
Mhm.
But
Sucks. Yeah.
yeah, it really does because it's just weird. But we're firmly like an AEW household now, which isn't upsetting to me because I think it's superior product at this
It's
point.
fun to watch. Yeah. They got good shit.
I'm enjoying it. Like I have it on in the background while we're talking right now, like the sound off, and I'm having a ton of fun. You know,
Yeah.
so but after Demon Balor defeated Dom Mysterio, that was cool.
It was very
I
cool.
liked the Demon Balor like paint on his back. That was the demon like eating a tiny Dom Mysterio.
Mhm.
I thought that was
It was
sick,
very, very sick. Yeah.
and it was just weird that like the sun was out. That demon entrance would have hit way harder if it was dark.
Oh, so true.
Like there was one WrestleMania. It was the one where Sting wrestled Triple H. So WrestleMania
Yeah.
30, I want
Yeah.
to say, where it was. I think it was in San Diego, but or San Francisco. It was somewhere in California. But Undertaker fought Bray Wyatt at that WrestleMania, but it was after the streak had already ended. So Undertaker just got another victory over Bray Wyatt, but him and Bray entered when the sun was still out, so none of like the entrance like hit.
Yeah. Very unfortunate
This
with outdoor stadiums like that. On
this
the
sucks.
especially on the West Coast. When it's on the East Coast though, like they've got you know, they've got the sun setting and then the vibes are just different when it's under the bright lights.
Yeah, if an East Coast show happened in the day, it has to start at like noon,
Yeah.
right?
Um
Yeah, we're East Coast. Duh.
yeah. Duh. So the
Listen, it's been a
second to
day,
last
man.
match here was for the Women's World Championship. The defender, Jade Cargill, going up against the um, winner of the Elimination Chamber, Rhea Ripley. I thought that this one, I feel like people said that this one did not have a lot of build going into it, which I agree, but I thought that this was a pretty good match. I don't know. Is that crazy for me to say? I was
Um,
entertained. I was sports entertained.
I thought it was way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Um, but this was what Jade Cargill's second defense since winning it.
Yeah, kind of weird or wild.
Yeah, and she dropped it. Like I'm not upset. I think Jade was one of the bigger flops in recent WWE. Like they were
Yeah.
so
They,
eager to poach her from AEW, and then
they
nothing.
just they just needed to give her more matches, I felt. Because like this one, like it feels like they had good chemistry in this, and Like, you just get better with more repetitions, more matches, and I feel like that's what was lacking the most.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
She was still a little too green.
yeah. Well, but I thought it was good. I'm excited to see what Rhea does over on SmackDown because I feel like they definitely need some big stars over there, and that'll definitely help. So it'll be good to see what kind of stuff she can get into. Hopefully, she has a lot of good defenses.
Hopefully.
And then the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk coming in, defending champion, going up against Roman Reigns, winner of the Rumble. This was a 33-minute match with
Okay,
some
this
long ass entrances, and this felt like a main event.
entrances were cool. The like piano and everything for Roman, and then I don't remember the name of the song, but Punk entered. I believe that was his like Ring of Honor, like indie music.
Yeah, it's a song by AFI. I forget the name of it as well, but they both had sick entrances.
And then his jacket was cool. It was like Harley Race, the lead singer of that band that was like his best friend.
Yeah,
And then two of the producers or camera people. It was like crew guys for WWE that
yeah,
passed away and weren't going to make it to this WrestleMania. Um, so that was nice. And then Larry, the dog, was on it.
yeah,
So I thought that was a touch that I liked. And then my dad liked that the dog was on there.
yeah.
Um, but this match was good. I was annoyed Roman won. I think that was my only gripe because I don't get it. I don't understand why they put another title on Roman. But this match was the match of not the weekend, but like WWE's weekend. You get what
I
I'm
would
saying?
say so. Yeah,
Like that was the best match under their banner for the entire like week.
agreed. And I
Um,
feel like a big part of that, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, is because it was a nice long match and it
yeah,
felt like it told a story from start to finish.
it had other than like this and the Liv Morgan match were really the only two that felt like they had like good build.
Yeah, going into it.
And this was
Yeah,
the only match aside from Cody and Randy that got like a pre-match hype package.
right. Which I felt added to the like feel of it being like a WrestleMania
Mm-hmm.
match.
The
I liked
referee
how
kind of like waving the no DQ. I thought was a good touch.
that was weird. Yeah, I feel like they could have maybe made the referee look away, like distract him for a minute, so that Roman could do that. But I guess it is what it is.
Oh, also, I like they didn't acknowledge it. I don't think on the broadcast, but the guy Punk took the Ula Fala from is like the current UFC world champion.
Oh wow, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
I found that out from I don't remember who it was, but it might have been Jeff Ross. Now that I think about it, because he was at ringside with Tony Hinchcliffe. It was like Jeff Ross was posting photos from WrestleMania, and then that guy was in a picture with Jeff Ross. It's like, wait, I thought that was just some guy. And then when I clicked on it, I was like, current UFC heavyweight champion. It's a picture of him front row at Mania with the Ula Fala. It's like, why didn't they bring that up?
Yeah.
Anywho,
Oh wow. Um,
Punk got busted up.
he did. He got
Him and
beaten up
Cody
quite badly.
both got busted.
Yeah. I will say I liked how there was no interference or anything like that. It was just a solid, like
I
straight,
loved
clean
that.
win. Um, I feel like anything other than that would have been, kind of meddling over booking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But night two definitely a lot better than night one out in majority of people's opinions.
Oh, I loved Punk's gear. Like after he took the jacket off, like the white, purple, and gold. That looked cool.
Yeah.
I believe it was supposed to be like Harley Race ring gear. So that was pretty entertaining.
Love
Um,
that.
Classic Roman gear, just the black
Yep.
pants. He wasn't
The
wearing the
usual.
vest.
The usual.
Um, Kaylee even like was locked in. She was working on like some needlepoint and some other stuff in the background while we were watching, but she like fully put down the needlepoint. It was like locked in, start to finish on that match. And afterwards, she was like, "No, that was a main event. That was good."
Hell yeah.
And then Roman's first challenger seems like it's gonna be Jacob Fatu.
Seems like it. Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, he just jumped ship to Raw. Cool. So Raw got Jacob Fatu. They got the Street Profits because they showed up to help Seth Rollins fight the Vision. Fatu, the Street Profits, Ethan Page, Sol Ruka, and Joe Hendry.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry debuts next week on Raw in a concert.
That'll be exciting.
But hey, that was WrestleMania. Night 2 is better than night 1. I gave
agree.
night 1 a D plus.
Yeah.
I'd give night 2 like a solid B minus.
Yeah, I'd put in
A
a B.
lot of that is coming from Punk and Roman.
And that ladder match. Love that ladder match.
Ladder match was good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's there's dude, we ran through a lot to catch up here.
Yeah, we did. But hey, we're back, baby.
We're back. Well, we'll get Josh included next time. I'm sure we'll have some fun stuff to talk about.
Hell yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get another episode going. But with that, ladies and gentlemen,
it could be recap. You never know.
Yeah. Oh, remember that one time we did like a bracket?
Yes.
Yeah, we should do that. Or like movie club, like watch movies with wrestlers in them.
Ooh.
Dude, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out off camera.
Love it. Love it.
But hey, that was STJ Wrestling Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. I'm the sensational Sam Housen, and this is Intimidating Tim. Have a good whatever time of day you listen to this in.
Hell yeah, brother.
Bye.